Vibes, 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 vibes. 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 Summer has a little sore on her neck that she's been itching at, so she now has to wear the airplane pillow of shame. I see you. Oh, Summer. Anyway, I'm calling this look Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but she doesn't go back to hell to get her boyfriend, because she's gay now. A thought for your mind. Summer, I gotta do the intro jump. You wanna do the jump with me? Summer, this is my channel. Oh my god, there's dog hair everywhere. I can't film like this, I look like a fool. Hello beautiful people, my name is Georgia.bridge and welcome back to my channel. Hey lovers, how's it going? I am sorry that I have not posted in a week's time. I was just kind of going through a bit of a rut and I wasn't feeling very inspired to record, and I went back home to Cincinnati just to see friends and family and, you know, get back into my groove. I am trying to adjust to living here in New York and I'm loving it so far. It's just hard to change. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. Change is hard on me. New adjustments is hard on me. Not being in school is weird for me because that's all I've done from age 5 to age 21. 16 years? I'm really good at math. But I'm back, here I am, with a sit-down video. For those of you who don't know, who are just now stopping by, or have been around for a while, whatever, hey, I'm Georgia, I'm bisexual. I love giving advice and talking about that gay shit. And I also have started vlogging, so you know, I'm really the full package. No one does it quite like me. You are so cute. Oh my god, what the? How unbelievably adorable. Your baby is playing with her gay toy, right, Sammy? Oh, damn it. I got her excited again. So today I'm doing one of my favorite kinds of videos. I created this series, I think last year, or was it 2 years ago? Who knows? I sure don't. Also, per every video I now make, apologies for the noise in the background. I live on a major avenue in New York City. My bedroom is literally the street, so yeah. It's really opened my eyes, actually, to be careful what I say on the streets because people can pretty much hear you clear as day in their apartments. So, word to the wise, be careful out there, you guys. That rhymed. I love being Dr. Seuss. I get carried away a lot. I remember I was just now trying to explain to you what this video is, and I ended talking about Dr. Seuss, so if that tells you anything about my channel, hopefully it makes you want to stick around. Anyway, today I am doing one of my favorite videos, a series that I created called Q&gAy. Haha, I'm so clever. Once again, that's back to my Dr. Seuss background right there. Yep. So for those of you who don't know, a Q&gAy is my series where I only do it on Instagram because I like how you can do the question box and I can keep everything anonymous there. I know sometimes it can be kind of nerve-wracking to ask questions publicly about the LGBTQ community, whether it's because you're still in the closet or you're a straight person who is curious about things. I've gotten a couple questions like that. Yeah, anyway, my Q&gAy series is where I put out to the world an open forum for you guys to ask questions relating to the LGBTQ community. And I always preface my videos with saying that I am just one person in this wonderful, lovely, huge, amazing community. My answer is not the one and only way. I just like to give out my personal experience. Hopefully you guys can take advice from that. Not telling you guys what to do in your journey. There is no one way to answer everything that goes about. But hopefully I can shed some light. And I have lipstick on my hands so just ignore that. Thank you. It's Kylie lip kit, so I'm expecting it to stay for about 2.5 weeks before it comes off. So I am parched and I know there's no water in that water bottle. Alright, Alright, now that the baby's gone, we can get to the real business. Also, apologies that it's dark outside. Again, that was me and my funk, and I missed the daylight to record, but I decided to make myself record anyway, so here we are. And once again, everything is going to remain anonymous, and I hope that my answers can touch your heart. Oh boy, to be an internet personality. You know what I mean. Question number 1. How is it being queer in a very conservative city/state? Can you see politics affecting you? Well, I guess I kind of prefaced this in the beginning. I used to live in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Ohio is a conservative state overall. It was nice living in Cincinnati because Cincinnati is one of the major cities in Ohio, so it's not all rural farmland. Once you start driving out to Cincinnati on your way to Columbus, which is a 2-hour drive, literally straight shot up north, you're out of Cincinnati. 40 minutes into the trip, you just start seeing hell is real, confess now, and just like billboards of the 10 commandments and like stuff about being gay is being bad. So it's easy to be heavily surrounded in that conservative situation. Now I live in New York. Tori, my girlfriend, has lived in New York throughout the entirety of our relationship, and I have to say, I definitely felt more comfortable being out while in New York versus Ohio. It's a scary thing, as I'm sure a lot of you have or currently are experiencing. You never really know how people are going to react when they see you holding your significant other's hand in public. If you are in a queer relationship, sometimes it's not looked on in the nicest of lights. And especially being in a conservative state/city, I definitely did see that affecting me. When Tori and I were long distance and she would come to Ohio, it more so lingered in the back of my mind when we would be holding hands out in public or kissing in public. I think while that loomed in the back of my mind, I was always lucky enough to have a very supportive family and keep reminding myself that my happiness is just as valid as everyone's else, regardless of what my love looks like physically with another person. Love is love. Hello. So while it affected me, I didn't let it completely take over me. Politics, of course, has a huge effect on me as a bisexual woman in a queer relationship, because time and time again, it's the politics of my love not being allowed to have lawful rights. So once again, I didn't let it completely overtake me because I have a supportive family. However, I would say that it would have more affected me and Tori if we lived full-time in Ohio, or if we lived in any conservative state where we're just always, you know, honestly, it's a state of fear. Who's gonna follow you? Am I gonna get beat up anywhere? And while those are still things that I have to be vigilant about, even now in New York, but like, it's a very gay city, New York City. It is a completely different world. I'm not scared of it. I live in a very gay part of town. Literally, you walk outside and there's pride flags everywhere. I prefer living in New York, being in a gay relationship. Unfortunately, that is the society we live in, and hopefully we will see it to change one day. For anyone who is living in a conservative state or city in a queer relationship or as a queer person, of course your safety is number one, but also your happiness is number one. Just try and put that at the front of your mind. Hopefully it'll give you some peace of mind as well. Next, how to be supportive if you expect a close family member might be gay and hasn't come out. I totally know this situation. For those of you who don't know, my sister, Hope Bridgers, lesbian TikTok star. I love you, Hope, but your TikToks scare me. My sister is gay. She came out before me. I have said this in many a video. We always kind of assumed Hope was gay based on these photos of her as a child. So you can imagine where our heads were at. So the number one thing that you can do if you suspect that a family member is gay but has not come out yet is to not put pressure on them. Do not force them into coming out. Do not ask them if they are gay. They will come out to you when it is their time to come out to you. There's really nothing worse you can do than out someone before they're ready or something like that. It's just heartbreaking to think about because it's such a very important part in someone's life, and it's their story and it's their love, and they will tell you when they're ready. So just be patient with them. And little things that you can do here and there are just maybe like slyly talk about how supportive you are of the community. You could say,
There's this gay YouTuber I love named
Georgia.bridge.
She is awesome. I support her.
Just kidding. But yeah, just be patient and wait. Drop little hints here and there of your support, and they will come out to you in good time. These next questions, I thought that they went hand in hand and they were asked by the same person, so I just like grouped them together as one question. The two questions are, do you include all gender identities when you say you're bisexual or only the binaries? And then, what do you think about the difference between bisexual and pansexual? So for the first part of the question, including all gender identities, of course, I include all gender identities when I say I am bisexual. In my opinion, my definition of bisexuality has nothing to do with being binary. It means that I am attracted to, I saw this amazing tweet that summed it up perfectly. For me, bisexual means that you are attracted to two or more gender identities. For me, it's all gender identities, but I call myself bisexual and not pansexual because in bisexuality, I am attracted to that person's gender. In the past, when I had crushes, I only have one crush now. I am just very aware of someone's, not to be like, how do I say this? I am attracted to men, women, gender non-conforming people. The attraction builds from there. That sounds shallow. I don't mean it like I'm attracted to the way a person looks and then I fall in love with their personality, blah, 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 whatever. But with pansexuality, it's more like you don't entirely see what the person looks like in front of you, if they look like a man or a woman or whatever. You are more attracted to people. You're just attracted to people. It doesn't matter how they identify. I feel like I explained that pretty well. Did I? If I know. I am bisexual because I am aware of gender identity and attracted to that. Pansexual people do not care about that and just fall in love with a person. And both are 100% completely valid. I think that's a really big misconception of bisexuality, is that when you're bisexual, you only are attracted to men or women. But it's more than that. It does not fall into that category of being blind to those who are gender non-conforming. At this point in time, that's the best way I can explain it. I'm sure I will get a better definition as I become more educated in life myself. Next question. How did you know you were ready to come out to people? I knew that I was ready to come out to people because I felt like I was hiding a part of me, and I did not want to hide that part of me. It took a long time. I first had to come out to myself, which was the hardest part of it all in the beginning, just coming to terms and learning and accepting myself for who I am, saying to myself that it is okay to be bisexual and you are completely valid. Once I started accepting myself, I knew that I was ready to tell people because it was like a burning feeling inside of me. I just wanted people to know the completely whole, truthful, honest, all of me, who I am. I remember I had come out to like everyone in my life that was of extreme importance to me, and the only person left that I had to come out to was my dad. And I knew that I was ready to come out to him because every single time I would see him, I would want to tell him. I was just scared. It's a scary thing because you never really know how people are going to react. I knew that I was ready to come out because I had accepted myself, and there's no other way to put it than it was just a strong feeling of wanting to be myself out in the world. So I did that, and you can too. Do people assume you're a lesbian because you're dating a girl, even though you have said that you're bi? I'm sure people on the streets probably assume that Tori and I are lesbians, which is perfectly fine. I don't care what other people think on the streets or what they see of me. What I mostly care about are the people that I have in my life. My sweet mother, God bless her soul, she's still learning a lot about the LGBTQ community now that both of her daughters are very gay and very out, very publicly. She's still learning. So she thought that since I had started dating Tori that that I was now a lesbian, to which I explained to her that no, I am still bisexual. This also happens a lot to the bisexual community. When they are dating a different gender, people will assume that either they are gay or straight. That is just part of the unfortunate bisexual erasure that we have to deal with. But basically what I do is just try and turn it into a learning situation. And I explain that just because I am dating a woman, that does not mean that I'm a lesbian. I am bisexual. That's me. Sorry to burst your bubble. But I am still bi. For now, who knows where the world will take me. Just kidding. Or not. Who the f knows? Life's all about growing and learning and changing and this and that and the other. That's life. Do you have any tips on unpacking internalized homophobia towards yourself? Yes, I do. So I grew up in the Catholic Church. I was in Catholic schooling from kindergarten all the way through high school. It wasn't like outwardly drilled in us that being gay was bad, but like we were taught that marriage is between a man and a woman and other very Catholic teachings. I wasn't homophobic. I've never been homophobic. I've never been raised to have homophobic teachings in front of me. However, me personally, I thought if I was gay, it was a bad thing. I was fine if people were gay. Other people, if I saw it on TV shows, whatever, I didn't care. I thought in my head, Georgia Bridgers, could not be gay because I'm supposed to marry a man. So I kind of had that drilled in me. And it even brings me back to remembering when I was in high school and I thought that I could be bisexual, but I did not even want to entertain the thought because it terrified me to wit's end, to no wit's end. It terrified me to wit's end, whatever, oh my god. I have this weird memory of just being in the bathtub, just taking a bath and relaxing and thinking about me being bisexual, and I was like, well, if it's true, I'm just not gonna tell anyone for as long as I live. Here we are! So when I first started thinking about the possibility that I was bisexual and I always do this to myself. I talk for too long, I go too deep into the questions, and then my movie stops automatically recording because I talk too long anyway. So when I started to actually allow myself to entertain the idea of being bisexual was when I was a freshman in college. And once again, it terrified me. I decided to stop running away from it because honestly, I couldn't run away from it anymore. It was literally all I thought about. So I started journaling. And I would say journaling was the #1 thing that helped me get through my internalized homophobia because I was able to like get it out on paper. And your mind and your heart, for me personally, they really connect when I'm writing. Every single time where I have a problem and I'm so sad or upset, like how I was when I was trying to learn about my sexuality and being terrified and going through the changes of being a freshman in college, I would just start journaling, and the journals always started with me like being so sad and like woe is me, blah blah blah. Then I get down to the end of the journal passage, and every single time I'm like, I can do this, I know what I deserve love, blah 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 blah. So journaling really helped me in that sense. I also watched a lot of videos online on YouTube of gay YouTubers talking about being gay, and I tried to find videos that related to my situation so I could picture myself more in it. Just finding content creators who have already gone through what I was going through and lived to tell the tale, and tell the tale in such a wonderful way for the world to see. That is very helpful, like myself. No. And also just educate yourself as much as you possibly can on the LGBTQ community. Education helps. I wish I was really smart, so that way I could come up with like big fancy words instead of just saying like things, because that's what's in my mind right now. But yeah, education helps overcome falsities that you could have I want to use the word pre-notion, but I don't know where. This is how my brain works. Wow, Georgia, you're so educated. False preconceived notions. That is what I was trying to say a little bit ago. You have the braveness and you have the ability to overcome anything. So don't give up. Keep being you. You got it. Was that good for TikTok? Thank you. Final question. I've come out to my parents, but we don't talk about it. I don't know how to start a conversation with them. Been there, done that. When I first came out, I was so uncomfortable talking to my parents about it. And that was unfair to my parents because they just wanted to learn more, but I was just nervous. So it was still a new thing for me. It still is a new thing for me. You know, I only came out 2 years ago. So, what's your point? So it was unfair of me to not give my parents that open forum that they deserved. So what I did was I put myself in a situation where I knew I would have to answer questions, and my mom wanted to ask me questions. I wanted to give her answers. To have that conversation, I decided to put myself in a situation where the conversation was gonna happen. How, you ask? I sat down with my mother and asked her to film a video with me where she asked me questions about bisexuality.
How do girls have sex with each other?
I'm not, no! No! No!
Sorry.
I'm not answering that on this!
Alright, I'll
Mom!
I'll buy a book.
And life kind of took off from there. It was extremely uncomfortable, as I'm sure you have all seen in the video, but it needed to be done. So I put myself in a situation where that conversation was going to happen. You can do the same. It does not have to be through a YouTube video. It can be at the dinner table. Can't get up in the middle of the dinner, or on a lunch, or my mind is really going to food with this one. I feel like it would be easiest to do over a meal. And you can start the conversation. I know it can be scary. For me, obviously it was easier when I had my mom ask me the questions, because I was a little scaredy cat. You can find the power that you need to get that conversation out, and it'll just make your relationship stronger. It'll be scary and probably uncomfortable, but it'll make you grow together. After I made that video with my mom, she really understood my mind and my type of love and what was happening from there, because she didn't really get bisexuality. A lot of older generations don't get bisexuality. They think either you are straight or you are gay. Put yourself in that situation where you can have the conversation and just put your whole heart into it, and good answers will come around. Alright, you guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I, again, apologize that my uploading habits were a little off in the past week. I actually think I'm gonna make a video just talking about everything that's going on post-college life, because it's not as glamorous as one might think. I know there are other people out there feeling the same thing. You're not in this alone. We're in this together. To throw High School Musical in there. I love you all so deeply. Again, thank you for listening to my life experiences, and I hope that I'm able to help just one person out there. Yep, you can follow me on social media at georgia.bridge. Do not follow my sister on TikTok. Okay, I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to be your best self, and I will see you later this week with a vlog. David Dobrik who? Just kidding. Love you, bye.